Let's check to see if I'm live. There we go. Hello, everybody. Lee Davis here. Welcome to this historic live stream. Here we create some Run to the Ground Simulator or World Civilized Volume 3 Circle Live today, but we're also watching this live stream. So let's get started with this first, with the live stream first of all. So we'll be closing this chat. So this is so let me explain. So this is a live launch of an Astra vehicle, the Astra Space Rocket 3.3, which is launching from Kodiak Space Launch Center in Alaska. And we are 24 minutes 49 seconds away from liftoff, and everything going well. So what will happen is, if it lifts off, so yesterday we had a failure of both. Yesterday and this morning, early this morning, we had two failures, two scrubs with two different rockets. Last night we had a scrub of this vehicle for the first time. This is the second day they're doing it, and this runs all the way until September 11th to the infamous 9/11, which we all know here in the U.S. So so what will happen is, once the countdown's done, we'll lift off the pad. The second stage will have made the cutoff. The first stage is the ferries separate. The second is the cutoff. They have a mass simulator on board, which means it'll just orbit and communicate with the satellite on board the second stage, and then the mass simulator will deorbit with the second stage. So that's what the vehicle is going to be. It's their sixth launch vehicle and their third flight of a rocket 3.3 of a rocket like this. So hopefully everything goes well. This is currently NASASpaceflight, so hopefully everything goes well. So we're currently targeting a launch at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, Eastern Time, 3:30 p.m. Pacific in Australia. In Alaska. So let's get ready for launch. Let's go to the live stream. 23 minutes, 15 seconds till liftoff, everybody. Everything going well. Hey. Right. Oh, so they kept me doing that. Correct. Okay. So I'll be keeping this on because I want to know what the chat's saying, just in case the chat has something to say. Oh no, please don't say, please don't say, please don't say, please don't say, please don't say. Uh-oh, I think I had something in my chat. I think somebody chatted in my chat. Let me go check it real quick. T, hi! Ah! Ah! I'm on the stream. I'm on the stream. Leave. Let's see what they said. If they said yes, they're gonna leave, then that's good. No, that's it. There we go. Hey. 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 Hey, way. Oh, hey. Okay, go. There you go. And hopefully they don't join again. T-minus 20 minutes, everybody. Standing by for launch. Woo, woo! And the other failure we had this morning was a Falcon 9 with CRS-23. It was supposed to land on the shortfall ground Thomas this morning at 3:30 a.m. Eastern Time for Kennedy Space Research Infinite West Complex 39A. So that's going to happen tomorrow morning. So I won't cover that, but I will cover this one since this is live right now. So yeah, my dad did buy me London Underground Simulator with an AKA Trace World of Subways Volume 3 Circle Line was basically the London Underground Simulator that Nerd Cube played. So the reason why I downloaded all these games is because I got the idea because I watched Nerd Cube when I was a little kid, and this game was the game I always wanted to play when I was a kid, and I always wanted it. And today's the day that I live stream it for you guys. So once this live stream's over, if I have time, I'll go play that game. But if not, this will just be a live stream of me watching this launch. You know what? We'll just see the liftoff and then the music cut off, and then that'll be it. You know what? Fine, I'll watch the entire thing. So let's get to it. T-minus 19 minutes and 18 seconds until liftoff. T-minus 19 minutes. Everything going well as Astra makes her third flight to orbit from the Kodiak Space Launch Center in Alaska. Yeah, the payload won't be deployed today, you guys. It will just be on board the second stage, as I said. And so what will happen is it'll lift off, and then a little bit after lift off, it'll go through max Q, and then the main engine will cut off, they'll separate, and the ferry separate, and then we'll have a second engine cut off, they'll just orbit the Earth, and then the orbiter's atmosphere. The second stage of the payload will just orbit the atmosphere. So this mission is part of the space test program for the United States Space Force. So thank you so much for that, United States Space Force, for making this launch possible. And thank you, Astra, for letting us launch this. So thank you so much. Let's get to the Infinite launch. Let's get to this amazing launch. T-minus 18 minutes. Everything going well. We're standing by for liftoff. T-minus 17 minutes, 40 seconds. Everything going well. Standing by for liftoff. We probably might not. You know what? Fine. If you guys want me to, don't change the name. We'll be back. We'll be back. SimpleRockets2. SimpleRockets2. SimpleRockets2, and then the thumbnail will change to the SimpleRockets2 logo. That's not it. I'm trying to find it, you guys. I'm trying to find it. I don't see it. Rockets2 logo. It is. Humans as SR2. Hey, get out of here. 2 logo. And a moon. And shades. Save. There we go. So we are currently back to the live stream. We are currently T-minus 15 minutes. 45 seconds to launch is one vehicle 00666 carrying SBB-TR-A1 carrying a space program satellite into orbit for the United States Space Force. It's currently 6:15 a.m., 6:15 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Currently targeting 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 30:30 p.m. Pacific. So I'll be able, so you guys can watch this, and I'll be right back. I'm gonna hang out with you guys. I'm just not gonna talk for right now until the liftoff. So see you guys at T-minus 1 minute until liftoff. See you guys then. Bye bye, everybody. See you then.
Further into the count, I'd like to give a big thank you to the entire Astra team and their families watching with us today. We really couldn't do this without you and all of your support, so thank you again. As a reminder, back in December, Rocket 3.2 successfully passed the Kármán line, the 100-kilometer altitude that's commonly used as the demarcation of space. We learned that Rocket 3.2 shut down about 12 to 15 seconds too soon after depleting its fuel, only half a kilometer per second short of orbital velocity, which sounds like a lot, but that is so close. And since then, we've fine-tuned the mixture ratio between our kerosene fuel and our liquid oxygen to propel us the rest of the way to orbit.
As we get closer to liftoff, let's talk a little bit about the vehicle that you're going to hopefully see liftoff in just under 13 minutes. LV0006 is a two-stage launch vehicle, each stage running on liquid oxygen and liquid kerosene. The first stage is powered by 5 electric pump-fed Delphin engines. They each produce 6,500 pounds of thrust, and those are made in-house by Astra. The upper stage, also built in-house by Astra, powered by a single pressure-fed engine called Aether. Looks
configuration changes that were made, and we expect to be picking up the count shortly. So we'll listen in on the countdown to hear that update.
This is Astra LC on countdown. We have resumed count. We held briefly to make a minor change to an engine configuration. Picking back up in terminal count at step 137. FTS confirm. Astra FTS is still enabled and nominal.
FTS confirms.
And as you can see, the hold has been released. We're back at 13 and a half minutes and counting. Just a little brief hold, but back into the countdown. We are in terminal count for Astra's launch of LV0006. That gives us a new T0 of 3:35 p.m. Pacific time.
And prior to the hold, we were talking about some of the changes to this vehicle. So to increase our payload capacity, this vehicle has several upgrades from Rocket 3.2, which we launched in December. In LV6, we've stretched the first stage tank to increase propellant capacity, reduced the mass of the upper stage, added additional sensors to gather more data about flight environments, and consolidated over a dozen individual components on the upper stage into one single assembly. The main propellant load has been completed, and we're continuing to top off oxygen prior to launch. And so, as we've mentioned before, the vehicle is now in terminal count, so we're performing the final checks before we give a go for launch. We've talked a little bit throughout this countdown about the red team, but I also want to take another moment here, if you're just joining us, to recognize them. The rocket is controlled from our headquarters here in Alameda, but we do send a red team of 6 Astra personnel to Kodiak for that launch. And because our rocket and support systems were designed with simplicity in mind, we only need a very small team on site for the launch. It also helps us limit travel, which has been a key consideration during the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic. All 6 members of the red team are taking regular COVID-19 tests to protect the health and safety of everyone involved in this mission.
All right, everybody. I don't think this rocket's gonna launch. They set it for T-minus for 3:35 or 6:35 p.m. my time, 3:35 their time. The time in Alaska. So hopefully everything goes good. But if not, then I'll just play SimpleRockets 2 instead. It will be just a plain and simple SimpleRockets 2 stream. This is just a test to see if you guys like this. See if you like this layout of the live stream. See if you like this layout, because if you do, then this will be amazing. So yeah, and I'll be checking Astra's Twitter as well, because at Astra, because I know they because I know you guys want me to check Twitter every once in a while, so I will follow them for you guys, so you guys can get live stuff from them, and we'll follow Rocket Lab as well. Rocket Days. We are back at T-minus 13 and counting down. Okay, good. Who said something? Go, go, go. I agree. Oh no, that's something else. Flip space AOGEAROA. All you agree is being the Otira. Go, go, go. So it could be okay. Steady by. Go, no, go, pull. The go-no-go pole is starting right now, ladies and gentlemen. Go-no-go pole. So the go-no-go pole is basically something they do before they launch the vehicle into orbit. So I muted it because I want to talk. So basically they're saying they are go for flight, and we are getting ready for liftoff at 9 minutes, 18 seconds for flight right now. Astra is go for launch. She's pulled to go for the launch attempt of launch vehicle 00666. So I'll turn back on the audio, you guys. I'll be back in 1 minute before liftoff. See you guys then. Bye-bye.
However, as a reminder, today's mission is still a test flight for Astra.
Yes, historically, achieving orbit is very difficult, and for this reasons, we are very realistic about our expectations. Today is our third attempt to reach orbit and our first test with a sample payload provided by the Space Force to simulate mass, and again, we will not be deploying this test payload. For the next several minutes, the team is loading the final flight software onto the vehicle and going through our final checklist for launch.
Right now, we're at just about T-minus 8 minutes and counting. As we enter these final minutes of the countdown, we're going to turn our attention to the countdown nets, to the rocket on your screen, and I'm going to hand off commentary to Carolina for Astra's third orbital launch attempt. Carolina, it's all yours.
Thanks, Thomas. The major flight milestones that we will encounter during flight are displayed on the left for you to follow along. At T-minus 3 seconds, the 5 first-stage Delphin engines will ignite, and if the engine data looks good, the hold-down mechanisms will release at T0, and the rocket will begin its trip to space. At T plus 12 seconds, the rocket will begin pitching downrange to fly south over the Pacific Ocean. LV6 will reach max Q, which is the period of maximum aerodynamic pressure on the vehicle, at T plus 1 minute and 15 seconds. Main engine cutoff, or MECO, is the end of the first stage burn, and that will occur at T plus 2 minutes and 50 seconds. This is followed by fairing separation and stage separation, and at this point, the rocket will be in space. After stage separation, upper stage ignition occurs at T plus 3 minutes and 5 seconds, the beginning of an approximately 5-minute-long burn until SECO, or second engine cutoff, at T plus 8 minutes and 20 seconds. And since we're not releasing our payload today, the vehicle's systems will simulate a signal for payload deployment at T plus 8 minutes and 30 seconds. If we make it to orbit, we would consider this flight to be extremely successful. We are just about 6 minutes and 30 seconds to launch, and all of the systems are looking good. So we are waiting now for the range to give us the go-ahead for launch, and we'll continue to listen in to the countdown net.
RCO, LC on countdown. RCO, LC on countdown.
This is RCO. Range is
RCO.
green. You are authorized to launch.
Copy. Thank you, sir.
And we're at 5 minutes to T0, and as you've just heard, the range has given us the go-ahead. We are green. And I believe we've got a bit of a crowd gathering here at our headquarters, watching on our big screen here in Alameda. We also have many members of the team watching from home. And at T-minus 60 seconds, the vehicle will transition to its internal control. So we're at 4 minutes and 30 seconds from liftoff. And we will continue to listen to the countdown for these final minutes before liftoff.
RCO, LC on countdown. At this time, please verify the range is recording all telemetry.
This is RCO. Range is recording.
Thank you. Control room, if you require RF data after launch, be prepared to switch over your Grafana pages. FSO, be prepared to issue option command at T+164, calling out at event.
FSO copies.
3 minutes. Reminder, control room, any 3-word hold from here on out is an immediate abort, regardless of source. FTS at this time, please send Master Enable and Watchdog on AFTU.
Inward.
Two minutes.
Master Enable and Watchdog have been issued on both AFTUs. Both AFTUs ready to fly.
Copy, thank you.
Under 2 minutes to go till Astra's launch of LV0006.
$90 seconds. ACE, at this time, start PSD recordings.
Both started.
60 seconds. Vehicle is on internal control.
Hello, everybody. I am back. We are T-minus 48 seconds for liftoff. Go Astra. Go
First
Rocket
stage
3.3.
launch tank is present.
Go
First stage
LV006.
fuel tank
Go
is
Kodiak.
present.
Let's do this. Let's
Upper
light this
stage tank
candle,
is on to
baby.
liftoff pressures. 30 seconds.
T-minus 30 seconds. Everything going well. Hopefully we don't get an abort. Hope we don't have to abort tomorrow. If we do, then that's sad. Counting down, everybody. Start with me.
15.
T-minus 15 seconds to lift off. 10,
10
9,
seconds. Water
8,
system on.
7,
8,
6,
7,
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition.
0.
First motion.
First motion.
There it is. Lift off. Lift Go, Pittsburgh! A little bumpy there, but it's amazing. Heading towards orbit. He
Our
put
next
30
objective
seconds
is
into
Max
flight. Woo! Go Astra! Go Kodiak! Go Space Force! Go everybody! Let's do this! Holy cow! Stay by for mansion cutoff. Stay by. So a little
Looks like we're
bumpy
getting
there,
some
but we had
really
a
great
lift off.
footage from our
It
onboard
went to the
cameras.
side a little bit, and then it went up. So I think that's just that wasn't planned at all. It was planned to go upward, like right off of when the cable's attached. It was supposed to lift off right off the pad, but it didn't. It went backwards a bit. So yeah, I don't know what's wrong with that, but yeah, stay by mansion cutoff. Here's a little bit for now. We'll stand by for mansion cutoff and separation of the first stage. Then we'll have stage separation, we'll have seconds to cutoff, and then we'll have failed seconds to start up, we'll have seconds to cutoff. Hopefully it will be able to get into orbit for the first time with Astra. What an amazing flight so far. Stay by mansion cutoff. Hope that's good.
Approaching nominal downrange trajectory.
230 meters, 30 kilometers. Standing by for
And at
cutoff.
this point, we should have also passed max Q, which is the period of maximum aerodynamic pressure on the
If we
vehicle.
pass,
This is
we're
a
about to
significant
have max Q,
milestone and the
everybody,
most
with
physical
maximum
stress
area
the
level
vehicle will
pressure on the
experience during
rocket.
launch. Our next milestone is MECO, or main engine cutoff, which is
Standing
about
by
30
for
seconds away.
separation of the first stage, everybody. This is big. This is a huge accomplishment in Astra spaceflight. Hopefully to make it towards orbit. Hopefully the first deceleration. Hopefully it doesn't explode. Standing by.
Vehicle is passing through max Q.
800.
Terminate sense.
What's happening?
Terminate received.
What's happening? Hopefully it doesn't explode. I think it exploded. Flip. If it's exploded, then that means that you will have a launch.
And
Holy
as you might have seen, there appears to have been an anomaly with the vehicle in flight. And we will first and foremost ensure that our team and others are safe. We take great safety precautions to ensure that no one was put in danger
that
by
means
an
we
event like
had a
this.
failed launch.
It does look like we got about 2.5 minutes of flight data, which will be incredibly helpful as we make improvements to our next vehicle on our way to reaching orbit. And
So, yeah, there you go, everybody. That was 30 minutes of that launch. So, for the last 30 minutes, I'm going to load up SimpleRockets2 for you guys, because it's been a long time since I did launch of SimpleRockets2. So, live for you guys. So, let's get to it, everybody. Let's go. Woo! SimpleRockets2, here we come. So yeah, too bad it had a failure in launch. So let's just cover what we saw for that launch. We saw a successful liftoff from the pad, with a successful stage, we had a successful cutoff and a failure in flight. So Rocket 3.3 is not going to fly anymore. They're going to launch Rocket 3.4 next time with a payload on board. So yeah, thank you so much, Astra, for that coverage. Thank you so much, that space flight. And that is it for now. For that portion of the live stream, now we're going to have the rest of the 30 minutes to launch a rocket into orbit on board. On SimpleRockets2. So let's get to it. Let's see what new craft we have for today. Let's see. Let's take a look, everybody. Whoa, these are cool. Holy cow. Hey. Let's see what else we have. Let's do the Thor Delta. Let's do a live launch of the Delstar 1. I did this on my iPad, my mom's, but I didn't do it live yet, so that's why I'm redoing it. Perfect. So, this is the launch coverage of this is the only rocket we're going to be launching today. You know what? We'll launch a few more and see how we can do in 30 minutes, so So we'll end this live stream at 7:11 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. So let's get to it. So here we go. This is the Thor Delta rocket, which was the first variant of a Delta rocket. It's the Thor part is the missile part, and this upper stage part is the Delta variant of the rocket. So as you can see, we have cameras all around the pad here. So let's lift it off. It's liftoff. Liftoff is confirmed. We have liftoff. Liftoff at 6:41 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and the rocket's cleared the tower. Stage 5 from Max Q. There we go. That's Max Q, the area. That's the pressure. Looks like 1 minute of flight. Everything going well. Stage 5 separation. 35%. Stage 5 separation. Standing on. We go. Still good. We're standing by for stage separation, everybody. We're standing by for stage separation at this time. What an amazing accomplishment so far. So, yeah, it's bad. Rocket Frequency didn't get into orbit, but whatever. It's a thing that happens every time, sometimes. Standing by for Miko, and we have Miko. We have solid rock, we have stage separation, and very separation. What an amazing accomplishment so far. Next up will be satellite deployment. Coming up in 6 seconds from now. 2, 1, 0, cutoff, and separation. There it is. We have separation. What an amazing accomplishment. That was amazing. What an amazing accomplishment so far. What an amazing accomplishment we had in this live stream so far. And yet I did undo it because it says whenever I do it, it's on the Coincident course. So I'm just going to download the next one, which will be, with the hope it'd be amazing. So let's get to it. We're going to go and take a look at the next craft. We're going to not launch the same one. We're not going to launch Starliner because I know how much you guys want that. I'm not going to launch it because that's so you guys anticipated. I'm not ready for that yet. But what I am ready for is to show you the Alini rocket. Let's check this one out. Oh, the Indonesian rocket. Never mind. I don't like Indonesian rockets, so yeah, sorry. So it only took a few minutes, so we're gonna launch the next rocket. This will be the Astra Rocket 3, which is cool. I'm not gonna launch it because we just lost the launch, so yeah. People said to do a launch, decide to launch, you know, what the heck. Then we see Corporal S Saudi rocket. This looks amazing. Let's take a look at it. Let's watch it, baby. The WAC Corporal S rocket. Let's do this. T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition. Liftoff. Liftoff confirmed. Standing by. There we see separation. Separation. The second first stage confirmed. Ignition the second. What an amazing first stage separation. The 5 for second stage separation. Three, two, one. And deployment confirmed. What? That was an amazing launch, you guys. That was amazing. Like, to see that little payload come out with that parachute was Wow. Wow. That was cool, man. I like that one. What the? Okay. Move. Get back. Okay. So, we're going to go to the next one, which will hopefully be a cool one, because I don't know what else will be on this list of rockets I can launch today at this event. So, this was a massive event for you guys, because you guys never got to see a launch of my profile, but launched on my YouTube channel before. So, this was the first launch you guys got to see, and it was a failure, but at least you guys got to see something live, you know? So, what we're going to launch is a, amazing. This will be cool. Okay. Good. So, we'll be launching the Arso Full Stock 1 today for our next rocket. So, here we go. So, once this rocket launch is done, we'll go to a quick Q&A about what you guys saw today, and then I'll end the live stream. You're going to be able to ask me questions, and that'll be it. So, T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition. Lift off. Lift off. Godspeed. Here we go. Ready. Godspeed. Lift off. Get clear the tower. Break time. Hey, hey. Hey, hey. Oh, is that the Vostok part? So I'll just wait. Hello. Hello. Viewers. 3 viewers. Wow. Hello. Thanks for stopping by. This is almost foot of the stream. Here we go. So, ignition. Lift off. Hey, hey. All right, there we go. So there we go. Viewers 1. Aw, there's nobody here. So let's answer some questions. So I'll just wait. What? Oh yeah, that was when that happened. Flip. Caught that as well. But that's some audio's on. Son of a. Viewers. 3 viewers. There we go. Boop. So, yeah. So, alright, you guys, this will be the end of the live stream. We'll go do a quick Q&A real quick. I'll put my face cam on so you guys can see me for the first time in a while, so we can do a quick Q&A. So, our first question comes from DNTDM Fan 103. He says, thank you for live streaming this, Lee. It was an honor to watch a rocket launch with you, and hopefully, and I'm sad that the Rocket 3.3 didn't launch successfully. I know, right? I know, right? I'm sad that the rocket didn't